And moving on to health news now, the Australian Medical Association is slamming the Queensland Government for allowing community pharmacists to administer flu vaccines. Doctors are calling for the program to be stopped immediately. Live now to Nine's Sophie Walsh for the details. Sophie, it's certainly caused a stir in the medical industry. What's been the reaction?
Well, the AMA has been scathing in its response to this pilot program, which will be rolled out here in Queensland this flu season. Quite simply, they say that pharmacists aren't qualified to be giving the community flu jabs. Now, this program is in a bid to boost immunisation rates. It's also hoped that it will make things a little cheaper for us so that we don't have to book in to see a doctor in order to get vaccinated. Now, AMA President Steve Hambleton says it is going to put lives at risk. He says that pharmacists don't have the years of training that nurses and doctors have. He also says that his big concern is if a patient goes into anaphylactic shock, which is, of course is a life-threatening condition, that the pharmacists simply won't know what to do. Take a listen.
We're not talking about just injecting someone. Anyone can be taught to do that. But you need to be able to recognise and diagnose and treat and seek assistance if there's anaphylaxis. And that's what those people are trained to do. Pharmacists are simply not. They spend 5 years being trained to be expert pharmacists, not to be vaccinators.
Now, Sophia, on the flip side, pharmacists have accused the AMA of being out of touch.
Indeed, they're saying that the AMA needs to get with the times, that this is in the best interest of all patients. This is a program that has been rolled out right across the world, really, in countries like the US, the UK, New Zealand and Canada. In the UK, pharmacists have administered flu jabs to almost 1 million patients. No one has died, and they said that in the case of an anaphylactic shock, they'd respond exactly the same way as a GP would do, and they'd simply call an ambulance.
Administering adrenaline, calling an ambulance, administering CPR, they're all things that pharmacists would be able to do and certainly capable in doing as health professionals. So we have no concerns that pharmacists have the training as health professionals to do that and don't need a medical degree to do it safely.
Now, training will be a part of this trial. We understand it's a couple of days of online work as well as some practical work. The AMA says that in no way is that adequate.
Thank you, Sophie. Sophie Walsh there in Brisbane.